This is a fast-paced guide through the entire process. The goal is to put all the lessons you just learned together into one practical example. So I will start from the beginning and select my demo drive by double-clicking on Drive Selection Wizard. Select SO63V2 F12 I10T10 M00 and click OK. Next, I will go through the complete configuration, leaving most of the values at their default state. Select my motor, which is a BE231 DJ. Click Next. No change on this screen. I will acknowledge this motor speed indication. No resistor. I will put it into velocity mode. I will set my inertia at 20. My travel parameters will be kept at the default state. No need for changing the motion control screen. I will maintain the current limit and in position settings. I will click Finish now to download this project. I will click this button right here to initiate the download. And as soon as this complete configuration has been downloaded, my device should be ready to go. And I will close this screen, and then I will hit Execute to start device control. So now, I do not have hardware inputs wired in, so I'm going to use the optimization tool to test motion a couple of different ways. I'll double-click on the optimization folder. The first way will be sending a fake analog signal using the input simulator. So I will click on the Setup tab, and then I will click on the additional setup function buttons right here to launch the C3 input simulator. Click Execute. I must now enable the drive by activating input 0. If I want the motor to follow the exact input voltage, I will enable input number 1 as well. I use the sliding scale on the bottom of the simulator to give the Compax3 its voltage. You can see over on this hand side right here, the analog input is increasing. My motor is now spinning at roughly half of the reference speed for the 10-volt signal. And now I slow it down again. So we have motion. If I wanted the motor to sync in and out of a velocity based on the accel and decel input from lesson J, the motion control screen, I will disable input 1, but leave input 0 enabled. My motor is not spinning right now, but it does have motion or holding torque. I will give this some reference velocity or some reference voltage, and I will enable input number 1. The motor ramps up at the controlled 50 revolutions per second squared. I disable it, and it will decelerate at 50 revolutions per second squared. This is the syncing in and out of this 5-volt command signal. Once I'm at this 5-volt command signal, I can change this voltage however I want to, and it will follow it exactly. But when this goes off, it will have a controlled decel. The second way to test motion is through the setup screen. I will hit the Setup tab, enable the setup mode, click on the Parameters tab right here, and I will go to the General Setup Parameters. This is where I can enter in my jog velocity, jog acceleration, and jerk, and I will accept these inputs at the default state. So now I can enable the drive, and I will see these two little hands on the left and the right hand side, and I can jog this motor forwards and backwards. I have just taken you through the commissioning and the testing of this particular drive.